Alright, so I have my bin here of the new products. I don't have like a brand new primer from L'Oreal to try out, so I am going to use one of these ones right here. These are the L'Oreal Infallible Glow Lock and Matte Lock Primer. So these came out a couple months ago and I did do a whole video on them, and they are still fairly new, so I thought I'd use them today since I am using most L'Oreal products. I'm gonna go in with both of these because I'm not wanting a matte or dewy look. I kind of want, you know, a more normal skin day today. So I'm gonna use the matte primer in my T-zone. This primer is really good at just kind of smoothing out the skin and everything like that, so I'm just gonna tap it on in my T-zone. And then I'm gonna go in with the glowy primer, and I'm gonna use this on my like cheek area or anywhere I like a little more glow. And this one has a bit of a peachy tinge to it, which is actually really nice. I'm just gonna go on the cheeks, a bit on the bridge of the nose, Cupid's bow, chin, and it's just a nice dewy primer. Kind of putting this where I get a little more dry usually. Now let's go in with the foundation. Now this is actually a new product, and this is the L'Oreal Infallible Long Wear Shaping Stick, and this has SPF 27, so you know it's gonna help protect your skin from the sun and everything, which I'm always for. Hopefully it just doesn't give me any flashback or anything like that. And compared to like another stick foundation, this is the Makeup for Everyone, and here you get 0.44 and this one is 0.32, so pretty, you know, standard for a stick foundation. And I got mine the shade Shell Beige 404, so hopefully it's a good match. It was kind of hard to tell with the plastic on it, but we'll see. Let's just go ahead and swipe it. Oh, it's swiping so smoothly, and I think the shade will be good. Maybe a little light, but we can always use, I don't know how much product to use, but I'm kind of just swiping it. Alright, so I have my damp sponge here, and this is actually a L'Oreal sponge, so I thought it'd be great to use for this foundation. Usually I don't like sponges for stick foundations, but who knows. It did seem like a pretty creamy formula. It is blending out nicely though, which is awesome. Actually don't mind that with a sponge. I'm gonna try it with a brush as well though. I'm gonna take the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. It's just one of my favorite foundation brushes, and we're just gonna go ahead and blend this out. So I think like it's doing a good job with a brush and without, so I like it. Let's try to get some more coverage out of this. I'm just gonna go in for a second layer, see how this builds up. That's always one test I like to do with foundation, see how well I can build the coverage on it. On the second layer, I usually do like to just pat it in with a sponge. Sometimes stick foundations, you build them up and they just don't sit right on the skin, but this is blending into my skin beautifully. Like, it just looks really nice. It doesn't seem to have like a very dewy or matte finish. We'll see once it kind of sets down. And it doesn't feel tacky on the skin either, so that's awesome. Alright, so obviously off the bat I do like how this blended, how it's looking on my skin. It doesn't look dry, it's not clinging to any patches or anything like that, but obviously I will have to test the wear time. But let's just move on to concealer. I don't have any new concealers to test out today, so I'm just going to use my Maybelline Fit Me in the shade 10. I'm not going to do a lot of under eye stuff with this. I've really not been into under eye concealer lately. I don't know what it is, but I've just not been loving putting concealer on my under eyes lately. I just kind of go in with foundation, but I will just do a little bit today. So here's my skin, guys. Like, you can see it's just looking very smooth and stuff. And yeah, I do like it. It's good between my eyebrows and stuff. It's not creeping into my smile lines or anything. So far I'm really impressed with it, and I do like the coverage I got out of it as well. I was thinking about using my L'Oreal Infallible powder, but I don't like this powder at all, so I wanted really to give this makeup a chance with products I actually like. So I'm just going to use my Maybelline Fit Me loose powder. I'm just going to use this with my damp sponge today, and I'm going to set under my eyes and my eyelids. I'm just gonna bronze slash contour the skin real quick with my Makeup Revolution contour palette. I'm just gonna dip into this middle shade right here. Quickly do some bronzing. See how this powder lays on top of the foundation. But the bronzer laid down over the foundation really nice. And the finish on this foundation, I feel like it's a combination between their Pro Matte and Pro Glow foundations. They're Infallible ones, the ones that come in those tubes. Because it's not like a matte finish, but it's not like a dewy finish either. So far I really like this finish. I think it's really nice, and I feel like it could also work for a lot of different skin types as well, no matter if you're oily, dry, or normal to combination. I think it would work for a lot of people. Alright, so now time for some blush. I do have a new product from L'Oreal, and this is the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted Scented Blush, and I got mine in the shade Just Curious, and this is like a beautiful peachy blush. Like, look how gorgeous this shade is. I believe they have 4 shades, but this is the one that kind of spoke to me the most. Of course, this does smell like peaches, and I actually like the scent of this a lot. It's not like it actually smells like real peaches almost, so I think it's a really nice smelling blush. Alright, so I'm gonna grab my Morphe E4 brush and dip into here. A little kickback in the pan, as you can tell, but what I can tell from the pan, it does have a bit of a sheen to it, and I usually like blushes with a sheen, so hopefully that'll be nice. But I'm just kind of coating my brush, then tapping off the excess, and we're just gonna go right into circular motions right on the apples of the cheeks. Okay, that's really pretty. I like that. Is blending pretty nicely, I will say that. Yeah, I really like the color. I think it's very flattering. If you're into peach blushes, I think you'll love this. And I will mention the scent isn't overpowering. Like, you really have to like go into the pan and smell it, otherwise you're not really gonna smell the scent. It's not gonna, like, you know, be there like and give you a headache or anything if you're sensitive to smells or anything like that, so don't worry about that. And then at the bottom you do get a mirror, which I think is awesome, great for travel and practical use every day. Alright, so for the last kind of face step, we have to highlight, and I have a new highlighter from L'Oreal. If you guys don't know, quite a while back on my channel I did a video on all the new Lumi stuff from L'Oreal. They had like these glotions, highlighting palettes, liquid highlighters, a bunch of like highlighting things, but the one thing that I never found in my drugstores was this right here, and this is the True Match Lumi Shimmerista Illuminating Highlighter Strobing Powder. So this is like a loose powder. It's like in this little jar, and I got mine in the shade, what shade is this? Sunlight. They did have 2 shades, but one of them was really frosty, and with my tan right now, I didn't think it would suit my skin tone, but we'll try this one out today. So it has just like the sifter on top. I've never tried a loose highlighter, so I'm very curious. Okay, I just tapped some into the cap so I can swatch it real quick for you guys. It is like a rosy gold highlighter. Let's see here. Okay, that is stunning. Look at that shade, guys. Wow, it has like gold reflex in it, but it still has that peachy pink vibe, so I think it will look perfect with this look. So I just put some in the cap right here, and I'm going to take this Real Technique setting brush for my highlighter today. I don't know how much I want to take because I don't know how much pigment comes off, so I'm just going to tap off and go right in because we can always... Oh, that is so dark. Look what I did. Okay, we will have to blend and maybe mix this with other highlighters. But that's so pretty. Okay, it blended out really easily. Maybe if I use this more as like a blush topper today, just because it is a little dark. So I'm just going to dip in with the brush I used for my blush. And we're going to kind of use this as a blush topper. Okay, that's really pretty. It just added a nice glow. I'm just going to mix in a little bit of this Milani highlighter just to bring a little lightness back. Let's actually try this since it's a bit darker on my shoulders because I think that would be really pretty. Look at how bright that, like, look how pigmented this is. And it's not like chunky either, like it's actually blending really nicely. but it does have that like pink in it. It's very, very like a burgundy shade almost. I think that's what's too dark for me, but other than that, it's so pretty. Look at that. Okay, I like this, and if I was any deeper in skin tone, I would be using this all the time. So I think the formula is great. I hope they do come out with more colors, because I feel their other color is too light for me, and then this one's too dark. But hopefully you guys with deeper skin tones can use this, because I think the formula is amazing. Like, it just blended out nicely from what I could tell. I just can't use a lot of it because of the shade. Alright, so now moving on to the eyes. This is the part that's really, really exciting. We have a new palette from L'Oreal to play with. So this is the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted Scented eyeshadow palette. So again, going with the peach blush, we have the peach palette. So also, side note, I love the packaging of all this stuff. Like, it's actually so cute. I love the rose gold. I love the blush pink. It's really, really nice. So here's what the eyeshadow palette looks like. I've already swatched it just to, you know, see how the colors work and stuff. And I will swatch some of the shades for you guys, just so you can kind of get a sense of them. So here are some of the shimmers. Just swatch them right here. As you can see, very pigmented eyeshadows for sure. And let me swatch a few of these matte shades. Where should I swatch these? Right here. So again, pigmented colors. I was actually very impressed to see that these swatched good and everything, so that's awesome. But the true test is of course on the eyes. So I'm gonna be grabbing this Morphe M518 brush, and I'm gonna be dipping into this beautiful cream shade right here, number 2. And I'm gonna be putting this all over the lid. So this palette smells just like the blush. Again, that subtle peachy scent, which is nice, but we've obviously seen peach scented makeup before, and it's kind of coming back. I feel like a lot of brands are coming out with peach stuff again. I'm going to take this shade right here. It's like a pinky color. I'm going to start building this as a quick transition shade. They are a little bit powdery, but not crazy, you know? I'm gonna go into this shade right here. I feel like this will be the perfect transition shade. Picked up a lot on my brush, tap it off of course, and go right in the crease. Wow, that's blending out so nicely. So I'm gonna take the shade next to it right here. It's a bit deeper. I'm gonna start pressing this on the outer corner and into the crease. So this is definitely a trick I like to use, kind of using different colors and doing the same motions with them, because this way you're slightly building up the eyeshadow look, but you're not going in all at once, and this way building these shades will help them kind of stick better, and you can get more precision and a better application from them. Wow, I am so impressed by how easy these are blending out. Like, sometimes with matte shades you do have to put in some work, but these are just blending out so nicely. I'm gonna dip into this burgundy shade right here. It's a bit deeper, and I'm really gonna focus this on the outer part of my eye, bringing it to the center. Oh my god, these are blending out so well, and they're not creasing, which sometimes eyeshadows, right when you apply them, they do tend to crease, and you really have to sit there to blend everything, but these are not doing that, and I'm so impressed. I do wish this palette had one deeper shade, like one more matte, like maybe like a black or a dark brown, but I understand that doesn't really go with the palette, but at least you do get enough mattes in here to create a crease look, so I like that. Okay, now what do I want to do on the lid? This is the question. I think, okay, I'm really, really into this shade right here, so I think I'm going to take this on my finger first to see how it applies, and I'm just going to press this on. Okay, there's the pigment. Okay, this is a little glittery, especially this shade right here. I feel like it'd look good on top of something else, so I'm gonna layer this shade right here. It's like a similar but a little more like gold, and I'm gonna put this on right on top. Maybe these might work better with a brush, I don't know, because they are a very like delicate formula. Yeah, let's try them out with a brush. I'm just gonna wet an eyeshadow brush here, some spray, and then I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna mix these two shades. That helped. So see how that just made that like a little more foiled? I think I'm gonna mix this one, a bit of this one. I'm gonna use this to kind of put in the center to kind of connect the crease and the other shimmer shades we put down. Now I do want to take a bit of this pinky shade right here because it's just kind of screaming my name and I don't want to not use it in this look today. So I'm going to place this right on top of everything to give it a more peachy vibe. Okay, that's gorgeous. I love that shade. Like, it's just so beautiful, and it has that slight, you know, pink in there with the gold, and it's so pretty. Just look at that. Wow, I love that. Alright, so now for the lower lash line, I'm going to go into this cream shade, buff it out, really bring this down, and smoke it almost down to my cheek area. Like, really bring that down. I'm going to the shade closest to it and put this a little closer, but still smoke it out and kind of bring it into here. Then, of course, last but not least, this burgundy shade, and really smoke out the lower lash line as well. I'm gonna go replicate this eye look on the other side, and I'll be right back to finish up this makeup look. Alright, so that was really quick and easy eyeshadow look, and I really appreciate the palette for being that easy to use. I'm gonna highlight the brow bone, mixing these two shades. I do like that there are two different lighter shades because then they'll cater to more skin tones. I'm actually gonna use the highlighter. I'm gonna press this on the inner corner. Really pretty, like, rose gold shade. Alright, so moving on, we have an eyeliner test out, very exciting, and this is the Voluminous Lash Paradise Felt Tip Liquid Liner. I don't know how this has to do anything with your lashes. Of course, we all know that I absolutely love the L'Oreal Lash Paradise Mascara. I love the waterproof, the original, any of them I love, and they're always front and center on my vanity. I use them every single day, so when I saw that they're coming out with more products for their Lash Paradise collection, I was very excited to get some. They did have a black one as well, but I thought, you know what, I've tried black eyeliners. I'm kind of over, you know, trying new ones. I do want to try something a little bit different, so I was very excited to see that they came out with a rose gold one, especially that would match the packaging. So let's open this up here and let's give it a swatch. Very watery, but the color is beautiful. Oh yeah, I do definitely have to shake this because it was very watery. Still watery, but you know, it's a really pretty color. So let's just try this on the eyes. I'm not getting much product. I feel like I keep having to do this to get some product on this brush, which is not fun. Okay, you know what? I think it's really pretty when you turn your head. I honestly do, and I think it's really pretty with like the eye look I was doing today. Very subtle and everything, so I think it is nice. Do I love the formula? No, I think it's a little hard to work with since you do have to keep dipping, keep shaking and stuff, but once you get it to work, it is really pretty. Just keep that in mind that it is a little watery, but other than that, I think it's a nice subtle eyeliner and a different twist on it. Alright, so moving on to mascara, I do have a brand new mascara to try out from L'Oreal. I was going to use my Lash Paradise today, but I remembered that I had this sitting in my makeup drawers. So this is the Voluminous X Fiber Mascara. It has nothing to do with any of these collections, but it's new, so I thought I'd use it today. So this is what this mascara looks like. It's double-ended since you have a primer on one side and the mascara on the other side, and this is supposed to be like the most volumizing thing ever, like Lash Paradise improved type thing, so very curious to try it out. So step one is the primer. This is like the little fibers that will kind of make your lashes more intense, I guess. So it's not like one of those white primers. It's supposed to add like fibers to your lashes so they're more voluminous and lengthy. So let's just go ahead. So it's just applying like a regular mascara. Gave me a lot of length with the fibers, so now it's going with the actual mascara portion, the step 2. Oh, and the wand on this one is curved. I don't know if you can see that. There you go. Oh, okay. There's the length and the volume, yes. What? Okay, so that just gave me like a lot of lash right there, so I'm really liking that. Let's do the lower lash line and see if these fiber things work on the lower lash line at all. Alright, so that did give me more volume on the lower lash line as well, but they are nicely separated, like they're not, you know, clumped up and stuff. I'm going to do the other eye and I'll be right back. So I'm actually going to go ahead and apply some Ardell demi wispies. They're just nice and natural, and I think they'll go well with this look, since I don't want to, you know, do a big lash to cover up this eye look. I just want something that will make it a little, you know, nice and wispy and cute. Alright, so the last product to finish off this look is some liquid lipstick, and this is brand new also. This is the Le Chocolates Scented liquid lipstick, and this is their Infallible Pro Matte liquid lipstick. So they came out with a whole line of nude liquid lipsticks that are chocolate scented. So let's test this out. Okay. You know what this smells? It smells like exactly like hot chocolate, like the powder, or like cocoa powder, like really rich chocolate. Oh my god, that smells so good. This is what the doe foot applicator looks like. I like these types of doe foots. I think you get a really precise look with it. And I have mine in the shade Candyman. It's just a really nice mauve-y shade, and I think it will be good with this eye look. So I'm not gonna go in with a lip liner. I want to see how precise I can get with just the applicator. Oh, this is mauve-y. I don't know if it's gonna go with this look then. We'll see. Maybe I should have picked out a different color. The applicator is a little flimsy, but I feel like if you turn it on the side, it does a better job. It has like a moussey texture to it, but it's very, very comfortable on the lips. I don't know if this is gonna dry matte. It is a little glossy right now, but alright, so let's do a little recap on the products. So the foundation I actually love. I love how it looks on the skin. Of course, I need to see how it wears and stuff, but so far, so good. I think it blended really well with the products. I think it looks really, really pretty on the skin. I got good coverage. It built nicely. It's not sitting weird on my skin, so far, so good. Next, I have the blush, and honestly, this is so pretty. I definitely see myself reaching for this on an every single day basis. These are the type of colors I reach for, and same for the formula. This is the type of formula I love. Very creamy, very blendable, very, very, you know, glow from within on the skin. As for the Shimmerista, I do like this. I think it's a beautiful formula. I just won't get that much use out of it because of the color, but I think this will also be really, really pretty on the eyes and stuff, so that's really cool, and I do love the packaging, of course. The palette, I think, is such a win for me. I'll definitely be reaching for this a lot. I think it's beautiful. I love the eye look I created. I think it's very, very flattering and will work for a lot of different people. Again, the, you know, fruit scented makeup is very, very cute. It's not overpowering. I think it's just a nice touch. Packaging is nice. The color and arrangement of the shades is beautiful, so I'm very impressed by this palette, and it's very affordable as well, which is a plus. As for the eyeliner, this is kind of like an okay product for me. I like how it looks on the eyes. I think it added a nice touch to this look. If I do want a rose gold eyeliner, I will use it, but it's not my favorite formula out there. As for the mascara, I think this is awesome and definitely very similar to the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. It just has a bit more of a kick to it, so if you're into that, this might be a great product for you to try out, and it is interesting to see these types of more unique products at the drugstore. And then of course we have the liquid lipstick, and honestly this was really amazing too. It doesn't dry down fully, like it is a bit tacky, but not a lot is coming off on my finger, so that's really cool. That's, you know, giving me hope that this will last long and everything and look good on the lips. It's looking very smooth so far. Had a good application with it. You know, scent is nice, of course, so I'm very happy with all these products I got. I've definitely discovered a lot more goodies that I'm definitely going to use in the future, and I'm very excited to see a lot of new makeup at the drugstore. You know, L'Oreal is really kicking it up and coming up with a lot of cool products, and I'm always eager to try new new things. So that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and also hit that notification bell so you get notified every single time I post a new video. But I love you guys so much. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.